Hello, my dear students. This is Mrs. Shaima Gharib, and today's lesson we are going to talk about percentages, the meaning of percentages, how to make one whole using percentages, how to change a percent into a fraction, and how to change percent into a decimal number. Are you ready? Let's start by revising some rules before you watch any video. First, you have to sit in a quiet place. You should have your pen and a piece of paper to take notes and to solve questions. You should pause the video after each question, then you try to answer on your own. Then you play the video to check your answer and to understand the question in case you get a wrong answer. Are you ready? Let's start. First, let's start by the percentage meaning. The word percent means per hundred. The part cent means number 100 in Latin. So when I say percent, it's same as per hundred. Per hundred means I can write it in words like this, per hundred or per 100 or over 100 or a fraction over 100. And this is the most important meaning so far. Okay, so I want you all to know that the meaning of the word percent is a number that is over 100 or a fraction that is over 100. So it has a sign. This sign is the percentage sign. Is it clear? Now let's see how we read and write percentages. For example, this 35 and then the sign of the percentage. So we read it 35%. This one, 7%. Now let's talk about how to make one whole. The one whole or the complete one or the full one or number one equals 100%. Okay? So, for example, if I eat all my sandwich, it means I eat it all. I eat 100% of it. Okay? So number one equals 100%. So if I have 30% plus what gives one whole, so every time we said we need to complete the percent to be number 100. So 30% plus what gives one whole, of course, 70%. So both together makes 100%, which is the one whole. One more example, 65% plus what percent equals 1. So I need to complete it to be 100%. So I have only 65%, so I need 35% more to make it one whole. If I have 43% plus what gives 1, so I will do exactly the same by adding 57% to complete it to 100% or the one whole. 89%, what do you think? It needs, yes, 11%. Is this clear now? Now let's see how we change a percentage into fractions or decimal numbers. So this is 45%, okay? And we said we can write the percent as a fraction over 100, or I can read it as 45 over 100. So it's the same as 45 over 100. They are equal to each other. So if I have 45 over 100 as a fraction, if I want to change it into a decimal number, do you remember? So 45 over 100 means 45 hundredths. So how to write 45 hundredths? 0.45. Is this clear? So 8%, if I want to change it into a fraction, we said it's over 100. So 8 over 100. How to write 8 over 100 as a decimal? 8 over 100 is same as 8 hundredths. How to write 8 hundredths as a decimal number? So it will be 0.08. Now let's see some questions together. Change the following percentages into a decimal number. So we said we can write the percent as a fraction first. 6% means 6 over 100. Okay, How to write 6 over 100 as a decimal number? It's 6 hundredths, so it will be 0.06. What about 14%? Same exactly. It's 14 over 100. If I want to write it as a decimal number, so it will be 14 hundredths, which is 0.14. 204%, so 204 over 100, which means I'm going to divide by 100. I will put a decimal point after 2 places. So it will be 1, 2. Then I will put the decimal point here. So it will be 2 and 4 hundredths. 71.4%. So what do you think? I'm going every time I divide the percent by 100 to get the decimal number. If you divided the 6 by 100, you will get 0.06. If you divided the 14 by 100, you will get 0.14. If you divided the 204 by 100, you will get 2.04. If I want to divide this number by 100, so when we divide, the number is getting smaller by 2 places because I'm dividing by 100, which means the decimal point will move 2 places to the left. So it will be 0.714. So we can say in order to change a percentage into a decimal number, we divide the number of the percentage by 100. So I'm going to divide by 100 to get the decimal number. Is this clear? Change the following percentage into a fraction in the simplest form. So I have some percentages here. I want to change them into a fraction. This fraction should be in the simplest form. Let's start by the first one, 6%. As we said, it's 6 over 100. If I want to simplify it, I can divide up and down by 2. So it will be 6 divided by 2 equals 3, and 100 divided by 2 equals 50. So the simplest form is 3 over 50. Can I do any more division? No. That's why this is the simplest form. 14%, I will do exactly the same as a fraction will be 14 over 100. Then I will simplify it by dividing also by 2 up and down. So 14 divided by 2 equals 7, and 100 divided by 2 equals 50. So it will be 7 over 50. I can do more division? No, I cannot do any more division. So this will be our simplest form. 15 over 100, exactly the same, 15 over 100. How to simplify? I can divide up and down by, what do you think? By 5. So when you divide the 15 by 5, the answer will be 3. 100 divided by 5 equals 20. Then it will be 3 over 20. 204 over 100 as a fraction. Then I will simplify it. So now let's do it in many steps. I can divide by 4 up and down. So if I divide it by 4, I can start dividing by 2, then by 2 one more time, but I will divide by 4 to make it more short. So 204 divided by 4 equals 51. And 100 divided by 4 equals 25. So it will be 51 over 25 in the simplest form. Now let's make one whole in this example. 58% plus what percent equals 1? We said the one whole means 100%. Do you remember? So you need to complete this number to be 158 plus what gives 100. So I need, yes, 42%. What about 24%? So 24 plus what gives 100, so it will be 76%. Now I have 1 minus what gives 37%. We know that the 1 equals 100%. So what can I do? I can subtract the 37 from the 100, which means 63%. So both together makes 100, which is the 1 whole. For the second example, also I have 5%. I need to complete it to be 100, so I need 95%. So 1 whole, which is 100%, minus 95% equals 5%. Yes, that's correct. Now let's read this question together. Hala ate 10% of her birthday cake. So this is the first information, that she ate 10% of her birthday cake. She gave her friends 62% of the cake. What percent of the cake was left? So first we have to calculate the amount she ate and the amount she gave to her friends. So 10% plus 62% equals 72%. So 72% is what Hala ate and her friends together. So how much of the cake is left? I'm going to subtract the 72% from the whole cake, which is 100%. So the answer will be 28%. Okay, is this clear? For the second example, complete using smaller than, equal, or bigger than. I have here 28% and 2.8. 28%, if I want to change it into a decimal number, so what should I do? Do you remember? I will divide by 100. When you divide the 28 by 100, it means it will be 0.28. So which is bigger, 0.28 or 2.8? Of course, 2.8 is bigger, which means 28% is smaller than 2.8. Okay? Now, I have here 0.4 and 40%. So let's look at the 40%. If I want to change it into a decimal, I will divide it by 100. 40 divided by 100 equal 0.40. What do you think? I have 0.4 and 0.40. We said before that they are equal. 0.4 is equal to 0.40 is equal to 0.400 and so on. So if you added more zeros in the decimal part, it does not change the value of the number. Okay, which means these two numbers are equal. What about 60% and 6/10? So 60%, if I want to change it into a decimal or into a fraction, for example, so it will be 60/100. Okay, so 60/100, if I simplify it by dividing by 10 up and down, it will be 6/10, which means both are equal. This is the end of our lesson today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any question, please feel free to leave a comment, and I will answer you as soon as possible. Please remember that your feedback is highly appreciated. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.